Hi, it's Sarah. I'm here to share another junk journal with you guys. I use the Prima Butterfly Collection by Jody Lee, and it's the 6x6 paper pad. And here's some of the pages that I used, or paper. So this is what I come up with. I'm not sure how much it measures. It is 6 3/4 by about 7 5/8. It's quite chunky, as you can tell. Packed a bunch in here again. And I put the pen in this one too. So it's kind of made similar to my Love and Lace one, the first one that I made. The only difference is that I used the paper bag, Subway paper bag. It looks like this. So let me tell you a little bit about it. I use this closure on this one. I've been wanting to use this. I got this at Michael's a while ago, and when I seen it, I just was like, oh, I need to use that. I need that, and I finally got to use it. I think it looks good on this one. Then I use some of this trim. It's can't think of the word of it. Chiffon. Yeah, it's chiffon, and it's ruffle trim. And then I had this lace, elastic trim, and then I put some bling in the middle of that. I used one of these wooden pieces from the Epiphany wooden piece collection, and I layered that on top of a little applique that I had, and put some fun fur underneath that, or not fun fur, eyelash trim. And that's coffee dyed. And then I put a little bling in the middle of that. And on the sides, I hung these buttons from the pens again, or from the pen thing. And then I used these charms that come with the closure. Then on the back, it just follows through. And let's open this up. So when you open it up, in the top here, I have another little mini junk journal. And you open it up, has all different kinds of things in there, just like a regular junk journal would. Oh, at least my version. And I just put a pull tab on here. This is Stampin' Up tab, just so you can get it up in and out of the pocket that I made on the front here. And I add a little bit of this trim right here. It has little fuzzy balls on it. Thought it was cute. So you open it up. Inside here, I have another one. And this one, I put a closure on it just to tie it shut. It doesn't really need one. That's why I didn't put any on the ones on the front of it. Plus, it's getting too bulky and I didn't want to add any more to it. But And this is the same thing, I just have stuff, little file folder in there. Yeah. So I'll set that to the side. So on here I added this little chipboard piece. This is actually from the Tales of You and Me, or Tales of Us. I think it's Tales of You and Me. Prima collection. I use this chipboard piece because this is a butterfly collection, and I just wanted to add it. I thought it was really cute, and I just added this on top of this little tag cut out, and layered some trim and seam binding, and add a little butterfly, and I made it a tuck spot. Add this little envelope, stamped a little flower on there, and inside is these jelly bean little definition cards. It says forever in love with definition. And that just tucks inside there. And I made an explosion note. And I just tucked that behind there. This is coffee dyed paper. And just added a paper clip with a little bit of seam binding. So that just tucks in underneath there. Then on this page, I had a little pocket here. Added one of these little tags, stamped love. Add a little bit of this trim, and then I added seam binding up here, and added an eyelet to this, and this just slips down. And then there's a tuck spot right here too. You can find something to show you. But yeah, there's a tuck spot back here, so you can tuck another note. You can journal right here, and you could place a photo right there if you wanted. So then on this side, it just mimics the front of that, and this tucks down, and you have another tuck spot. Let me find it, tag. Oh, here we go. And then there's a tuck spot back here. There's a tuck spot back here, or over here, back here. And then you can journal right here. And then this is a little pocket here with a tag, and I just stamped some of the butterflies on there. So you can journal behind that this tag too, and then you can journal on the back here. So there's plenty of places to journal. And then you just tie that back up. It is held down here, so I just used the seam binding to tie it up so it would stay shut. And then over on this page, there's another pocket here. And just add some of the paper collection. Add a little bit of trim. This is coffee dyed paper. Can journal there. Then add a little chipboard, or yeah, chipboard piece sticker. And then inside here, I don't think I put anything in here. Nope. So you can tuck something in there, and then there's a tuck spot. Let me see. Maybe not. Nope. I thought I made that a tuck spot, but I didn't. Then I just have, oh, my sticker come off. I'll have to fix that. I should have glued it. I just used the sticker, the adhesive that the sticker comes on, but I should have known it wouldn't have worked. So then, this is a little tuck spot here. Just put a tag underneath there. You can journal on that. You can journal here. I added some of this lace trim. There's scripture page. And then you can journal here. Oopsie. Drop my tag. Okay. And then over here, you can actually journal on here. This is part of the paper. And I have a dolly, and then I have this little tag. It says create and the definition. And then this is just part of the paper collection. You can journal here. That's light enough for you to journal on. And then this is just decoration. And then this has a little, oopsie, maybe. Woo. Kind of glued that down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Little tuck spot there. You can journal underneath there. Then on this side, you can journal here. Add a little bit of this rose trim. Add a heart ribbon right here. And that's just a music page. Another pocket here with the paper collection. Then this tag says inspire with the definition. And then this is just another tag. And I have a little butterfly stamped on there. And I stamped everything with VersaFine. I think it's sepia. At least that's what I'm gonna call it, sepia. Vintage sepia. And I inked the edges around with distressed ink, the gathered twigs. I actually really like that. It's kind of close to vintage photo, and I use vintage photo on a lot of things, so I wanted something different, a little deeper, so that's what I went with. Then this is coffee dyed paper, a little bit more of the trim there. Made a pocket out of the paper. Added this journaling spot. It's an index card. And I just inked it all up with linen, antique linen. And I stamped notes and stamped a little dolly. Still working on my stamping. I'll get there someday, maybe. Maybe. You flip it over, and I made a belly band out of the paper, and there's some rose trim there. And I have these little mini file folders I put together, and one says challenge yourself, the other one says I love, and the other one, another one that says XOXOXO. So I thought that was really cute, and you can just add things in there. Little notes to challenge yourself or things that you love and other things that you XOXO. And that just gets tucked in here. And this is actually an envelope, and I didn't order it to where you could open it up. I just left it together, and that's what I did out of it. This is coffee dyed paper. Some more of this trim here. And it's a music note page. More ribbon here. It's kind of sparkly. I don't know if you can... You know what? I didn't zoom in on this. So, hold on just a minute. Probably can't even see anything that I'm doing. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe this is a little bit better. Let's see if we can zoom, we can focus a little bit. You can see how that ribbon is kind of sparkly. So then on this page is part of the paper collection. Another, oh, I didn't make that a pocket. Made it a flip out so you can journal and all that. You can talk, journal something here if you don't want somebody to see it. And then on this side, I just added some seam binding. I just tied it in a knot and laid it down there. Then here's the other part of the dolly. More of that paper. And I just made a flip out with the paper collection. This is light enough to journal on, so you could journal on that if you wanted to. And then you can journal here. Ordered a paper clip. Use some of that trim and little applique and little sticker pearl thing. I stamped right here. And yeah. So then on the back I ordered another one. Just use some of that trim and seam binding. You can journal down here. Made a pocket out of the paper collection. Just added some of these little scraps of paper that I had. Held it together. Slipped a paper clip and just add a little bit of this crochet thread. Then inside this pocket, there's nothing in there, but you can put something in there. Add a little bit of that trim. On the other side, I added another pocket here. Added a little tag. You can journal on that. That's just part of the paper on the back. And that gets tucked in there. I added another one of these wooden stickers here. And added this little tag behind there. Add a little bit of seam binding on there. A little trim on the coffee dyed paper. And flip it over. And then here is the middle of both the signatures. And I made an explosion note to tuck in there. This is another tag. And this does the same thing that the front that I showed you with the front. How it flips down. It does that in the center here. Added the same trim. And here's made a boo-boo. I laid this up on my ink pad and that's what happened. And I'm like, I'm still gonna go with it. So it's stamped notes. So yeah, that's the same deal. And then these, by putting these two together, which these are cards, that's what I did to make use the back the signatures is cards, and doing that gives me room for that pen. So then this is coffee dyed paper, more of that trim, and this mini file folder. Stamped it with that little heart, and I used ink pad was open. Used Victorian velvet distressed ink for that stamp there, and inside is another one of these jelly bean cards, and it says adore in the definition. That just tucks inside this little mini folder. I used Tim Holtz paper clip on that. And then you flip it over. This is that glassine bag. So on the top there, I added a little tag inside the bag. And then when you flip it over, oops. Well, at least I thought it was inside the bag. Yeah, there we go. Kind of hard to open those bags up. That bag's coffee dyed too. And then I just added a paper clip and added another tag on the outside. This is that script or paper here. Add some trim. You can journal on the back. And the other part of that dolly. Coffee dyed paper, graph paper. Add some trim. Book page, added some of that, more of that sparkly ribbon. Flip it over. I added some more of that sparkly ribbon there. And added a little bit of bling, some of these butterflies. This is wrapping from the Vintage Romance. Added it in there, made a little pocket out of the page. Added a little butterfly, some of that crochet thread underneath there, and some of that trim on the end. Add this paper clip to hold this shut. And nothing in there, but you can tuck something in there. This might be a tuck spot, yep. So yeah, there's a tuck spot there, and then you can tuck something inside there as well. And this paper clip just holds it together. And there's another tuck spot back here. Add a little tag underneath there. And you can journal on here, add some of that trim. Writing paper. And you can journal on this. More of this trim. You can journal here. A little bit of this rose trim. Open this up, journal inside there. Journal here. More of that trim, journal on here. More of that script paper, journal here. Another one of these little mini file folders held together with a Tim Holtz thing. Paper clip. And it says Precious. And that's inside there. Little paper clips are tiny. Sometimes you can't even get a grip on them. That tucks in this pocket I made out of the paper collection. And then the end of this is open too. You can tuck something in there. And then I think that's a pocket too. Yeah. You can tuck a tag or something behind there too. This tag here says happy with the definition. Made a little pocket out of the paper there. And more of this ribbon with the hearts on it. More of this rose trim there. Graph paper, you can journal there. Other side of that doily, you can journal here. On that coffee dyed paper. And more of that lace trim there. More of this paper with the newspaper print on it, or book print. This glassine bag has this tag here, and then two more of these jelly bean definition cards. One says cherish, one says hug with the definitions, and that just slides inside that glassine bag. And another tag here, it says gratitude with the definition, and I stamped it upside down wrong, but I left it there, and you can still read it. No little mistake, but yeah, it'll work. Back of the coffee dyed paper, some more of this trim here, and a repeat of the front of the album where there's a pocket here. You can undo this. There's a tuck spot on the side there too. And I stamped another doily right there. Added some more of that trim. On this side, ooh, the tag got bent a little bit. Stamped all the little doilies on there. That one needed a little bit better, but I'm working on it. There's a tuck spot there too. And on the back here, I got this little tuck spot here. Added one of those chipboard stickers, and I stamped a little border stamp there. Add some seam binding. This is part of the paper collection. Just add a little bit of that eyelash trim. Added some of this little blingy pearl trim here. And another journaling book here. Added some of that trim on the front of it. And just flip out. And all this is... Well, when I put my trim on, I didn't pay attention to it having the pocket on the top, so... That coffee dye paper. I love that. Not cute. Well, not cute, but I like it. I like the look. I like the feel. Yeah. And then the covers of these are just using a card. It's a craft colored card. And I send the signature in, and then the front of these are stained with the gathered twig, and then I just went over it with a vintage photo and I think walnut stain. Check this out. I didn't use tea dye. Okay, I used vintage photo, distress stain. I used walnut stain, distressed, and the distress stain gathered twigs. And I could have used the ink. I think it would have took longer, and I don't have patience for that. I do if I really wanted to, but. And that's what I did. I just went with it. Whatever happened, happened. And then after I did that, then I just decoupaged the outside with what's that called? Oh no, I used multi-medium matte. That's what I used. And that's by Ranger. But yeah, that's what I did with that. And then I did the same thing with the covers. Once again, it was the Subway bag. And I first I used that same ink all over the bag. And then I laid the doilies down the center underneath these pages. And there's a doily here. Now, I lined the center where the signatures are stitched. I lined that with Tyvek. And I lined this part with Tyvek too. It being a paper bag, I wanted it to hold. You know, I don't put all this work into something and then it fall apart. So I used Tyvek there. I used Tyvek underneath here, and I did the front and back of it, so it's doubled. And then I used pieces of paper. I just added hinges to the top of these three sides to make the pocket. That's what these slide into. And I decoupaged the whole thing again with the multi-medium matte. And that's what, then I added the paper on top like I did in here. And then I added these doilies on top of that. And then I used the multi-medium matte on the front of the cover too. And I did the same thing to these. I just didn't go as dark with the staininess that I achieved out of that. I just left it the way it was. So, and I added a tab there. And yes, this is my junk journal that I come up with. And I added 4 more little mini junk journals to add lots of journal space. I did focus more on the journaling. I give a lot of tuck spots, a lot of places to put a lot of things. It's a lot flatter than what my journals have been, so I'm becoming more aware of that. But this is my style. This is my unique style that I like, and I'm gonna go with it. I enjoy doing my journals like this, and I will continue to do it because this is just the way that I do it. So I will. My husband's trying to call me. So I will see you when I see you, and please like, comment, subscribe, and thumbs up, and let me know what you think. I enjoy reading all your comments, and I guess I will see you when I see you. Later.